Uh, so, good evening to all our valued partners, and I welcome to the today's session, Digitalk session. आज का जो हमारा एजेंडा है, बेसिकली हमने जो एजेंडा आज रखा है, वो रखा है अपने एनजेएमसी के ऊपर। एनजेएमसी का Q3 में बहुत सारे अपडेट्स हैं, उसको लेकर, एंड उसके अलावा जो हमने अपडेट रखा है ऑल अबाउट द एनजेएमसी। सो आज अपने साथ एनजेएमसी के साथ डिस्कस करने के लिए हमारे साथ है मिस्टर जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी। जगदीश सर की अगर मैं बात करूं तो currently he's heading a zonal sales head in सेंट्रल नॉर्थ ईस्ट, और बहुत पुराना एक्सपीरियंस है सर का एनजे के साथ और एनजे के बाहर। सो लास्ट Q3 में हमारे एनजेएमसी में क्या क्या अपडेट्स हैं, उस पर आज हमारे साथ ऑल दो सारे डिस्कस हम करेंगे। सो आई वेलकम टू जगदीश सर, एंड आई वुड लाइक टू आप प्लीज सर सेशन को आगे बढ़ाइए।
Thank you, Aditya, and very good evening to all partners. Thank you very much for joining this Q3 update. मैं आपका तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, साल का ये पहला इंटरेक्शन है आपके साथ डिजी टॉक में। सो हैप्पी 2025। उसके साथ ही मैं आपको जो है रिपब्लिक डे आने वाला है, तो उनकी भी रिपब्लिक डे के भी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं आपको। और 2025 आपके बिजनेस में डबल 4 गुना 4 फोल्ड ग्रोथ लेके आए, ऐसी शुभकामना के साथ हम ये आज का सेशन शुरू करते हैं। सो विदाउट टेकिंग मच ऑफ द टाइम, लेट मी स्टार्ट प्रेजेंटिंग। आदित्य, आई होप मेरा screen is visible now. Presentation.
Yes, sir, visible. Continue.
Yeah. So today's agenda is, I'll take you through, various developments on a mutual fund side and on PMS. So I'll talk about rebalancing in mutual fund schemes, investment methodology of NJ FlexiCap and Balance Advantage Fund equity side portfolio, and few characteristic of mutual fund portfolios. इसके अलावा I am going to talk about PMS update, rebalancing of our PMS investment approaches, and characteristic of our blue chip and multi-cap portfolios. Apart from that, I am going to talk little bit on NDPMS, which is going to be a game changer for all of our NJ partners. It is going to be a very big opportunity to encounter or to address, direct plans in HNI, super HNI categories. And I'll take you through the recent development in education and awareness initiative, which has been taken by NJ Asset Management. On a mutual fund update, in Balance Advantage Fund, previous rebalancing or current rebalancing is going on in January 2025, that is asset allocation. Current equity asset allocation in Balance Advantage is 55.51%. Upcoming rebalancing is in April 2025. So in Balance Advantage Fund, apart from equity side portfolio review and rebalancing, we undertake quarterly asset allocation. So after this post October, when we review our equity side of Balance Advantage Fund, in January 2025, asset allocation will be taken place, and upcoming rebalancing will be on अप्रैल 2025. एनजे फ्लेक्सी कैप की बात करता हूं तो अक्टूबर में वी हैव चेंज अवर इक्विटी, वी रिव्यू अवर इक्विटी पोर्टफोलियो एंड नेक्स्ट review or rebalancing will be done in month of April 2025. ELSS, as you all aware that from October onwards, we have, changed little bit, little methodology in our ELSS tax saver fund. Now equity side of portfolio along with, weightages rebalancing, both will happen on a half yearly basis. So last we did in month of October 2024, and now upcoming rebalancing will happen on April 2025. So in balance advantage fund, equity portfolio was reconstituted in October 2024, as I already mentioned. Asset allocation was rebalanced in January. Just recently we did, and asset allocation remained at 55.51%. Upcoming asset allocation and weightage rebalancing will be done in month of April 2025 along with NJ FlexiCap Fund. That is on a half-yearly basis. Upcoming equity, as I already mentioned, that it will be done on, the overall portfolio reconstruction. That is, the entire universe, and then applying different filters and come down to our, universe to around 100 stocks. That will happen in next October 2025. Same way in NJ FlexiCap Fund, portfolio rebalanced and was constituted in October 2024. जो अगला रीबैलेंसिंग आने वाला है दैट विल बी इन अप्रैल 2025, जहां पे हम जो इसको जो है वेटेजेस रिव्यू करेंगे, रीबैलेंस करेंगे, एंड stock reconstruction, that changes in stock universe and then applying different filters, that will happen in October 2025. In NJ ELSS, the portfolio rebalance and reconstitution in October 2024. Now upcoming, as I already mentioned, it is going to both rebalancing, change in weightages, and reconstruction, that is change in stocks, will take place in April 2025. तो हाफ ईयरली बेसिस पे जो है अपना पोर्टफोलियो जो है इन एनजे ईएलएसएस हम रिकंस्ट्रक्ट करेंगे, स्टॉक्स बदलेंगे और वेटेजेस भी रिव्यू करेंगे. टॉक अबाउट बैलेंस एडवांटेज फंड asset allocation in last 2 years. I'm not getting into details, but our asset allocation is being take place on a quarterly basis. So even if you look at our equity allocation more or less in a range of around 53 to 58% and currently at 55.1%. If you look at, along with equity allocation timeline, if you look at, we have mentioned, BSC Sensex and 1 month average PE, that gives a clear idea that our asset allocation DAA model is, functioning fantastically, and, it is in line with, the market valuations. Let me take you through the, portfolio construction methodology, exact process. Our FlexiCap and Balance Advantage equity portfolio is same. Only difference between FlexiCap and Balance Advantage is FlexiCap portfolio is 100% equity, while Balance Advantage, the same equity portfolio with asset allocation, we offer to our investor in our Balance Advantage fund. In all of our, equity portfolios, that is Balance Advantage, FlexiCap, and ELSS, the main factor is a quality. We built our portfolio based on the best quality. Now, how we derive quality in our portfolio? We take a universe of Nifty 500, which is common across all Flexi, Balance Advantage, and NJELSS tax saver scheme. Number of stocks in our Flexi Cap and Balance Advantage is 50, while in NJELSS tax saver scheme, it is 25. It is a focus equity portfolio, a concentrated portfolio. Investor, those who are seeking, high risk, high reward kind of portfolio, it is a focus equity with a benefit of tax saver. So from universe of Nifty 500, we first eliminate stock based on a weak forensic scores. So now we have implemented forensics and governance parameters to identify businesses, those who are not, or there are variants in terms of, financial reporting or governance issues. So this can be identified by a forensics and governance score. So we eliminate stocks based on forensics and governance parameters. We eliminate highly volatile stocks because we believe that stocks or businesses whose stock price is highly volatile does not represent a good quality or good financial strength in our portfolio. So we eliminate those companies based on 4 different parameters on a low quality side along with a high volatile in terms of price. So by eliminating based on forensics, governance, high volatility and low quality, we left with 80 to 100 stocks for our FlexiCap fund, while in ELSS we remain with around 40 to 50 stocks. How we allocate weightages to each of the stocks? So in Balance Advantage or FlexiCap portfolio, we allocate weight based on momentum and value. Now, stocks whose price return is very good or highest in last 9 months or 1 year, along with we have a proprietary model of finding intrinsic value. So based on that, businesses having high momentum in last 1 year or 9 months, along with having a very good intrinsic value, allocated higher weightages, either of two, either momentum or a value. If momentum is high and value is low, or value is high and momentum is low, we allocate a lower weightage. And if there is no momentum and stock price or a business price is available at premium, then stock will be replaced. While in our real assets tax saver portfolio, we allocate equal weightage. Now, in our FlexiCap and Balance Advantage, the equity portfolio changes is based on a yearly basis. While in ELSS tax saver scheme, we again run the entire process on a half yearly basis. While rebalancing frequency for both FlexiCap, Balance Advantage and NJELSS tax saver is on a half yearly basis. So in nutshell, again, the whole portfolio is been reviewed for FlexiCap and Balance Advantage on a half yearly basis, while in NJELSS tax saver, which is again more focused towards mid and small cap. So we reviewed it on a half yearly basis. So again, the point here is that there is a clear cut differentiation while creating a portfolio for FlexiCap Balance Advantage and NJ ELSS Tax Saver. NJ ELSS Tax Saver is more focused towards mid and small cap. And again, it is a focused 25 equal weight portfolio. So we reviewed it on a half yearly basis. So the overall funnel of or a process, method and methodology, it's again a common across our all equity funds. So we consider a universe of Nifty 500. हम Nifty 500 जो है उसको as a universe लेते हैं. We eliminate stock based on governance and forensics filters. Again, we eliminate stocks based on highly price volatile. जिस शेयर के दाम बहुत ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएट होते हैं तो ऐसे बिजनेसेस को हम एलिमिनेट कर देते हैं. वो अच्छी क्वालिटी के नहीं है, उनका कोई कंट्रोल नहीं है उनके प्रोडक्ट पे, उनके जो है मार्केट शेयर पे, मोनोपोलिस्टिक नेचर के नहीं है, तो ऐसे बिजनेस के दाम बहुत फ्लक्चुएट होते हैं. सो वी एलिमिनेट दोज बिजनेसेस. और एंटी क्वालिटी कंपनीज के जहां पे प्रमोटर कोई और दूसरे बिजनेस में पैसा लगाया है और वहां पे उसका प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, डेट ज्यादा माउंट हो गया है इन अदर बिजनेसेस, या कहीं पे जो है गवर्नेंस इश्यूज में फंस गया है अदर बिजनेसेस में. सो वी एलिमिनेट दोज बिजनेसेस. 5 में से 3 साल अगर उसका प्रॉफिट लॉस किया है, आउट ऑफ 5 years 3 years उसने लॉसेस किए है, तो ऐसे बिजनेस को भी हम एंटी क्वालिटी डिफाइन करते हैं. वी एलिमिनेट दोज बिजनेसेस. देन अगेन बेस्ड ऑन parameters of high and consistency ROE, high dividend payouts, and low debt to equity. Based on these 4 parameters, we select 80 to 100 stocks in FlexiCap or Balance Advantage and around 40 to 50 stocks for our NJ ELSS Tax Saver. And then we create portfolio of 50 and 25 stocks. Invest in undervalued, good quality companies. Again, here we use because we don't have a forward-looking model. We screen all these businesses for various forensics and governance aspect along with the liquidity profile. So this is the method and methodology common across our all products on the equity side. Now, as far as concern our portfolio is concerned, we are stock agnostic, sector agnostic, and cap agnostics. But if you look at the overall construction of our portfolio, for our Balance Advantage and FlexiCap, our portfolio is spread across all market caps, large cap, mid cap, and small cap. Large cap weightage, and this categorization has been defined by SEBI and classified by SEBI on a half yearly basis. And as per this list, large cap is almost close to around 55%, and mid and small cap is around 30 and 14%, and we are 100%, almost close to 99.4% deployed. While in our ELSS tax saver scheme, as I told you earlier also, now from October onwards, NJ ELSS tax saver scheme, our portfolios are more focused towards mid and small cap. So if you look at the allocation Market cap allocation, large cap is almost close to around 14.65%. Mid cap is 58.34%, while small cap is close to around 26.44. So we are fully deployed 99.43%. But here, investor, those who are seeking long-term wealth creation, understand markets, understand volatility, wanted to have a higher risk, higher return kind of portfolio, you may suggest NJ ELSS tax saver being part of their portfolio. Even if you look at the sector exposure, I'm not going into the full detail, but yes, since our portfolio is process driven, our weightages are different than that of Nifty 500. Our active weightages are different. Our actual portfolio weightages are different. Likewise, in financial service sector, Nifty 500 allocates close to 29.06% weightage to the financial services, while our portfolio allocates only 11.01. So almost we are having active weight of 18% plus. Same in terms of energy. IT, Nifty 500 weightage is 10.37%, while our portfolio is holding is around 18.67. So we are having 8% higher active weight as compared to Nifty 500 and so forth. So as a result, if you look at, and this makes, a unique offering to our investors, because number one, at portfolio level diversification, why it will make sense, why one should, or why partners should allocate at least, one small allocation, 5, 10, 20% towards NJ FlexiCap, Balance Advantage or ELSS. It makes sense because, our portfolio weightages are different. Overlapping to the index of Nifty 500 is only the weightage of Nifty 500 stocks and weightage allocated by NJ towards NJ FlexiCap portfolio, each of the stock. The weightages of stocks only common in terms of 15.78%. 84% weightages are different as compared to Nifty 500. The same in case of Nifty 50. But overall, since we have proven that our active weightages are different as compared to Nifty 500, not only that, but investor gets a classic diversification against even the peer group comparison, wherein overlap towards the entire, if we take the peer group, all FlexiCap together or Balance Advantage together, the equity side is only overlap 12.81% stocks. 87% stocks are different, and that makes a sense that investor, by allocating 10-20% towards NJ FlexiCap or ELSS, increases the diversification percentage, and diversification ultimately reduces structural risk in your portfolio. So this is a wonderful, genuine diversification, not only style diversification, but on a portfolio level diversification is also very, very high. You can check with advisorcoach.com website, taking different funds and different indices and compare it with NJ FlexiCap fund. Talk about the quality what we provide in our portfolio, because investor deserve the best quality. NJ, our portfolio are best quality stock portfolios, and even if you look at the averages of our portfolio ROE compared to Nifty 500, it is 16.58% in Nifty 500, जबकि हमारे FlexiCap और Balance Advantage का ROE है, average ROE is 28.90, and ELSS is close to around 24%. So the ROE is far better as compared to Nifty 500. Even if you look at average dividend payout, Nifty 500 company, out of 100 rupees of profit, they allocate on an average 23.67 rupees towards declaring dividends, while our portfolio, NJ FlexiCap or Balance Advantage, allocates 53.06%. Means these companies are cash rich, they are generating cash and therefore distributing higher cash towards declaring dividends. Same in case of NJ Flexi, NJ ELSS, 42.73%. एवरेज डेट टू इक्विटी कम ब्याज पे पैसा, कम ब्याज पे बिजनेस करना. सो आरओई बेहतरीन सेल्स और प्रॉफिट करना, प्रॉफिट कैश में करना, डेट टू एवरेज डिविडेंड पे आउट रेशियो, उसका जो सेल हो रहा है या प्रॉफिट हो रहा है दैट इज इन कैश ओनली. सो दे आर जनरेटिंग कैश. एंड द थर्ड डायमेंशन इज दैट दिस businesses having very low debt, means कम ब्याज पे बिजनेस करना. So very strong quality businesses we provide in our portfolio. So even if you look at average debt to equity in Nifty 500, it is 52.91 out of 100 rupees of asset. Average of Nifty 500 companies holding almost the debt of 53%, while our portfolio is hardly have around close to around 11 or 7%. So the best of the quality stocks we provide to our investor. So we are transparent in terms of portfolio selection and process. Not only that, we are true to label. The quality what we are deliver and what we are, what are our processes and ultimate delivery is reflecting in our, this slide. Average current ratio means if a company is having 1 rupees of debt required to be repaid within 360 days, how much of current investment or bank balance and cash balance? So in Nifty 500, it is close to around, if there is a 1 rupee required to be repaid, they are holding current assets of 2 rupees or twice. While our portfolio, it is 2.25 और 2.24, सवा 2 गुना ज्यादा कैश है, 2 गुने से ज्यादा कैश है. Even peer group comparison, many of our distributors, they are comparing returns. But let's look at, the karma, the process, the quality what we are providing, because performance is transitory in nature in short term. Ultimately, quality drives return over a period of long term. So even if we compare our funds with that of, a peer group, our FlexiCap fund having average ROE of 28.90 against entire FlexiCap average is 19.46%. I'm not talking of maximum, minimum. Maximum one stock in industry is having 221, while our portfolio having 118.29. But if we look at the minimum ROE, in our portfolio is 10.5, 10.5% की ROE वाला हमारे पास जो मिनिमम वाला स्टॉक है ROE का, वो भी 10.55% ROE जनरेट कर रहा है, जबकि इंडस्ट्री में ऐसे भी स्टॉक है जो 21.31% लॉसेस जनरेट कर रहे हैं. And even if we look at our portfolio having zero ROE, so we don't have a single stock, because the minimum is 10.55. We don't have a single stock having zero or negative ROE, while entire FlexiCap category, the industry is holding close to around 2.77% stocks or businesses having zero or a negative ROE. Same in case of ELSS. I'm not getting into more detail, but yes, the quality what we provide is far, far superior. The second is, dividend payout. Industry, category average, FlexiCap category average is 25.70, while NJ FlexiCap having average dividend payout of 53.06. Let's talk about minimum, not median or a maximum. Let's talk about minimum. That makes some sense. So we have a minimum ROE or minimum day of dividend payout out of 100 rupees minimum dividend payout is almost close to around 20%, close around 19.987%, while industry having portfolio or a category is having stocks, zero dividend payout stocks are also there in the industry portfolio. How much? So we don't have a stock which is having zero dividend payout ratio, while flexi-cap category as such in entire industry still holding 12.5%, which is quite high, having zero dividend payout. That shows the overall quality what we are delivering in terms of a portfolio is very, very clear. Even not only compared to indexes, but compared to even you know a category or a flexi cap category averages. Same in case of debt to equity. A very strong कम ब्याज पे पैसे करने वाला पोर्टफोलियो, कम ब्याज पे धंधा करने वाला पोर्टफोलियो हमने बना के दिया है निवेशक को. Even if you look at flexi cap category average, debt to equity, and here while calculating or comparing debt to equity, we have removed all companies, those who are into lending and borrowing, because it will give a wrong picture from all category and even from index. While calculating this debt to equity, we have eliminated that category, so to compare apple with apple. So even if you look at not only averages, but companies having debt to equity greater than 100, we don't have a stock or any businesses having higher debt than the overall assets or equity funds, equity shareholders fund, while industry is having 18.37% of stocks having more than debt having multiply or more than the assets they are holding in their balance sheets. See the beauty, the quality what we are delivering to our investor. This is what the transparency we brought in to our investors. Let's talk about recent past. I've been traveling across different regions, but let's understand the performance. We often end up comparing performance on a point-to-point basis. Let's talk about the performance of Balance Advantage. Just recently, we have completed 3 years. So congratulations to all of you, all your investors, successfully completed 3 years. And let's decode this performance on a rolling basis. So daily rolling returns gives you a correct picture of risk and return. Point to point, if market or portfolio do well in recent time, covers up all past point to point returns. But if you compare it with rolling, it will give you a clear picture. So what we have done is we take a Balance Advantage fund and we calculate 1 year, 2 year, because just recently we have completed 3 years in Q3. So it makes sense to have 1 year, 2 year rolling return. So number of observation is 975 since we launched this fund. Completed 1 year on a daily rolling basis. The average return is 16.68%. That makes sense, because if you look at underlying benchmark return, which is Nifty 50 hybrid composite 50/50, the average return is 12.15%. Even category median is 14.56, and even category average, if we take medians, means exactly on a halfway mark, and if we take average returns, so we are better off as compared to benchmark, category median, and both category averages. We able to outperform in terms of yearly rolling returns. Even median, minimum and maximum returns, we are outperforming the averages. Even if you look at the outperformance against benchmark, out of 795 observations, 60 close to 65% of the time on number of observations we have outperformed the benchmark. 55% time we outperform against the category average. This one. And around close to 59% of the time frame of 795 observations, we even outperform in percentage of in terms of number of observations, outperform around 60% of observations we outperform against the category median. Now if we even कैलकुलेट, अरे बैलेंस एडवांटेज रिटर्न ही नहीं दे रहा है, एनजे बैलेंस एडवांटेज फंड रिटर्न नहीं दे रहा है, ये सच नहीं है. अगर रोलिंग रिटर्न पे देखे तो ऑब्जर्वेशंस विथ मोर देन 12%, आउट ऑफ दिस 795 ऑब्जर्वेशंस 64%, 64.28% टाइम balance advantage generated more than 12% returns. Negative, yes, around minuscule of around 7.55% observations we have observed in balance advantage, wherein balance advantage generated, negative observations. But if you look at 2 years statistics, 430 observations, which is quite large. The average, we are outperforming both all Nifty 50 hybrid composite 50-50 index, which is 11.87%, while balance advantage average of 430 observation is close to 16.24%. Category median is 14, and category balance advantage, category excluding NJ balance advantage, it is close to 14.5%. So we outperform even all category median and benchmark. Even minimum maximum, we are outperforming on a consistent basis. Now if you look at from 1 year to 2 year and 30 observations, we have outperformed against benchmark most of the time, 99.77%. This is how you should look at the consistency of returns and not on a point to point basis. Sometimes point to point basis returns mislead, and normally investor look at only point to point returns, or some of our partners look at point to point returns. But this gives a clear idea and the potential what we are consistency what we are delivering to our investors. Outperformance against the category average is close to 85% times. Outperformance against category median is close to 99.744%, and 80% of 430 observations, more than 80% time balance advantage in any 2-year period deliver more than 12% returns. Negative observations 0 in 2 years. So if somebody wants risk adjusted returns for a long term, suggest NJ balance advantage fund over peers, or at least allocate 20% of your 20% of investor money. Even this is one of the best fund to start SWP for a long term. Now let me quickly take you through the PMS update. Blue chip portfolio, we rebalanced in November 2024. Now it will be rebalanced, upcoming rebalance. It is on a yearly basis. So next rebalancing will be on November 2024. Number of stocks is 20. Multi-cap portfolio, we reviewed on a quarterly basis. So multi-cap portfolio, we last rebalance on November 2024. Now next rebalancing will be in the month of February 2024. We are holding on 25 stocks. Balance advantage portfolio, it is on a yearly basis. April, we reviewed last April 2024. Next review will happen on April 2025, wherein we are holding 3 mutual fund direct balance advantage schemes. Freedom ETF portfolio, again we are review and rebalance on a yearly basis. Last we rebalanced on April 2024. Next rebalancing will be on April 2025. We are holding on 3 ETFs in that. Freedom portfolio, we are holding on 5 consistent performing aggressive equity funds into this. It was last rebalance in December 2000 recently, and next rebalancing will be scheduled in month of December 2025. The funds dynamic asset allocation, dynamic portfolios, dynamic ETF, and dynamic asset allocation DAA and DSAP. These all portfolios are closed for new subscription, as you know, but we continue to do review and rebalancing. The previous asset allocation in DEAP and DAAP was done in December 2024 recently, and current asset allocation is ranging between 55 and 65%. Upcoming asset allocation and rebalancing will be done in March 2025. While in DSAP aggressive, a previous rebalancing and asset allocation done in November 2024. Current asset allocation increased from 55 to 60%, both in previous DEAP and DAAP aggressive. Upcoming asset allocation will be in February 2025. Even if you look at our blue chip, as you are aware that it is a quality 20 stock concentrated portfolio we offer to our PMS investors. Even if you look at the multi-cap, the ROE is far superior in blue chip, but even multi-cap we are holding close to top 50 business Nifty 50 at par with, or little lower than that. But even although the multi-cap portfolio is a momentum portfolio, but having a wonderful quality in it, if you look at average dividend payout, which is in line with Nifty 50, while blue chip is having higher dividend payout ratio at around 56. Even debt to equity is far better in both blue chip and multi-cap as compared to Nifty 50. Nifty 50 is having 54% of debt against 100 rupees of assets, while blue chip is having only 7.928% of कम ब्याज पे, कम लोन पे, कम ब्याज पे बिजनेस करने वाले बिजनेसेस लिए हमने. Even in multi-cap, the debt to equity ratio is much lower as compared to the top 50 business of country. Even current ratio is superior than Nifty 50. Nifty 50 is 1.48 times of current payment and the balances or current investments. 1.5 times then they are holding cash equivalent to or a short-term investment as compared to the short-term debt payment. Blue chip is holding close to around 2 times of cash as compared to the 1 year debt repayment, and multi-cap is close to around 2 times. So the quality overall, both in blue chip and multi-cap, blue chip is 100% quality portfolio, while multi-cap is a momentum portfolio with a fairly decent or a good quality. Both in blue chip and multi-cap, again we are stock or sector agnostic and cap agnostic, but our portfolio is diversified across all market caps. Even if you look at the overlapping as compared to Nifty 50 index, the active share is 87% or 88% in blue chip. Only overlap to the tune of around 11.28%, while in multi-cap, the overlapping is just close to 5%, and 95% plus portfolio is different than that of Nifty 50, gives investor a classic diversification, because HNI, super HNI investor, they are holding higher stocks from a Nifty. Even if you compare their holding statement, you will find that the higher weightage is allocated towards the Nifty 50 or a large cap stocks. So this gives a fantastic diversification again, and diversification reduces overall systematic risk on portfolio. Same in case of PMS, our weightages are different than that of Nifty 50 index. So again, this gives our distributor and investor, our partner and investor, a chance to give a diversification on a portfolio level. On important updates on NDPMS is a game changer, as in the beginning I already talk about. NDPMS is going to be a game changer if you wanted family offices, a direct plan, HNI, super HNI holding huge amount in direct plans in mutual fund schemes. You can tap them. The key feature of our PMS, NDPMS, non-discretionary PMS, 100% online platform, lower expenses translate to more savings for, because this typical set of investors, they don't want to invest into regular plan and they wanted to save on distribution cost, and therefore they are preferring direct plans. So here a wonderful opportunity for all of our partners to tap this market space wherein investor is struggling in this turbulence time where market is volatile. He don't know what to do with his portfolio. He doesn't have an advisor, or whatever advices he is getting from the manufacturer, it is all biased. So this is a wonderful opportunity for all of our partners to tap HNI, super HNI category, and this will increase your AUM multifold. Smart portfolio recommendations, apart from, since this is non-discretionary portfolio, investor can choose his own portfolio. Our partner can advise at top of it, and NJ system also gives our investor and partner a preview of different recommended portfolios. Fully customizable as per the requirement of investor. Again, apart from lower expenses, here again a group level or group pricing structure is also available. So even if he's holding his family's investment into D and non-discretionary PMS, you can recommend for group pricing, and that will further bring down the overall cost to the investor. And access insightful reports. In direct plan, investor doesn't have all the reports on his fingertip. So here he gets a execution platform, a recommendation, a distributor advisor, recommended portfolios from our end, and not only that, a different holding reports, different reports on, like, unaudited quarterly reports help him to ascertain his advanced tax liabilities, so he will not defer or penalize for non-paying, or uh, you know uh, there is a mismatch in payment. And on annual audit report, so it's very simple for him to give this report to his chartered accountant or his tax consultant, and he has to just make an income tax return based on these audit reports, because it is a third party audited chartered accountant report. Again, here we have certain model portfolio. This is just to create alerts. Investor can choose a combination of these or individual portfolios, but this will create alert only if, say for example, these are the different investment approaches, like wealth creation aggressive, wealth creation moderate, wealth creation conservative, and you know liquidity and non-discretionary liquid portfolio. So aggressive portfolio 65 to 100% is recommended in equity or equity related funds. 0 to 35% recommended to debt, matlab on a liquid fund side. But if an investor can have 100% in equity, it will create only a flag if he, for example, chosen hybrid, means 40 to 75% equity and 25 to 60% equity at the time of onboarding. But there is no restriction. He may choose to go 100% only at the time of top up or buying security. Portfolio or a system will generate alert that you have chosen hybrid schemes portfolio NDHP, that is non-discretionary hybrid scheme portfolio. The suggested allocation is 40 to 75% in equity and 25 to 60% in debt. So this is only to create alerts. Okay. The new addition to our NDPMS, apart from all equity, hybrid, and liquid portfolios, even investor can choose all fund of funds other than foreign FOFs in their portfolio in NDPMS. Now, investor can buy or add index funds into our NDPMS. And the third thing is, as and when if investor wishes to do a rebalance or switching, now this functionality is available to all of our investors through partner desk and PMS desk to all of our investors. Investor education and awareness initiative, you are aware that we are conducting investor awareness program across India. We did couple of programs and addressed more than 5,400 investors by our chairman Sri Neeraj sir, Vinit sir, and Nirmay Choksi, who is director and head of our investment committees in Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Jamnagar, Rajkot, and Goa. And these are the few of the pictures of those IAPs. Thank you, all of our partners, to motivate investor to get this investor or to understand the nitty gritty of smart investment and wealth creation to their investors. Thank you very much for making this success. And for coming IAPs, on 25th of January, we are doing IAP in Bangalore. Speaker is Nirmay Choksi. On 1st February, we are doing it in Baroda. Vinit sir will be addressing that IAP. On 12th of February, we are doing IAP in Kolhapur. Speaker will be Neeraj sir. And on 15th of February, we are conducting IAP in Lucknow. Speaker will be Vinit Nayyar sir. Apart from this, we are having plan, and shortly we will release the dates for IAP in Chandigarh, Bhavnagar, Indore, and Pune. So we will, share those details very soon. Request all of the partners to motivate new investor to these events so that they understand the different aspect of wealth creation. On the other hand, we have certain initiatives on, awareness on factors. We have certain publications like NJ Factor Book, which is a coffee table book, annual book, which basically detailed about the factors and evolution of factors. We also published quarterly newsletter on Factor Frontier. Monthly publication is NJ Chartbook, which is infographic booklet, and you can get to know what is happening across economy, what is happening across different parameters in markets. So please go through this valuable insight into these publications. We have done Factor Olympiad. हमने IIMs एंड XLRIs जो ये सब्जेक्ट मैटर में रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, PhD कर रहे हैं, बुक्स लिख रहे हैं, we have conducted Factor Investing Olympiad in 2024. 69 different teams from 39 premier B schools in India participated in that. और ये वही लोग हैं जो फैक्टर इन्वेस्टिंग पे किताबें लिखते हैं, रिसर्च पीएचडी करते हैं, उनको हमने ये प्लेटफॉर्म, हमारा जो एनजे स्मार्ट बीटा प्लेटफॉर्म है, वो दिया एकेडमिशियंस को, एंड दे केम डाउन विद देयर टीम एंड demonstrated, created different portfolios, wherein IIM Ahmedabad team from PDPU, earlier it was PDPU, now PDEU, Energy University, Pandit Dindayal, XLRI Jamshedpur, these three teams become a winner. Not only that, we also, our investment team writes a blog, and we publish this blog on our website. So far, we have published Investment Philosophy of NJMC, Quality Focused and Rule Based Investing. Blog we already published. Balance Advantage Fund, a balanced advantage approach to investing. It's a really wonderful insight into what is balance advantage and how it works. Understanding NJ FlexiCap and meaning, feature and benefits. NJ ELSS Fund, invest in tax savings mutual fund. Active versus passive investing, breaking down the differences. Lot of debate over it. But believe me, this blog is really will take you through the insight into how the things, taking shape in this new world economy. Mutual fund versus PMS, there is a lot of debate again. This was a wonderful blog. And I am also getting a lot of questions कि sir, PMS अच्छा है या mutual fund अच्छा है निवेशक के लिए? Please go through this blog. Evolution of factor from theory to practice. So these are the different blogs we have published already. A lot of work has been done on a factor investing by our team. Please give at least 15 to 20 minutes every day and please go through this publications and education initiative. We have also published calendar. You might be getting it. Digital copies available. You can download it through our NJ Mutual Fund website under the knowledge tab. Last year calendar was on wealth creation. This year calendar is on emotional and cognitive biases. This will help you to answer queries of your investor, behavioral aspect of investor. Believe me, each and every slide is a fantastic. Each and every month data is fantastic. You can scan this and can download this calendar. Please make best of use while answering your investor. This is a wonderful data points. सर मेरे तो परफॉर्मेंस ही नहीं है, मेरा पैसा कितना कब बनेगा, मार्केट कहां जाएंगे, कैसे मेरी वेल्थ क्रिएट होगी. प्लीज हाउ टू मैनेज द एंजाइटीज एंड बायसेस, डिफरेंट बायसेस ऑफ इन्वेस्टर. तो ये बहुत अच्छे डेटा पॉइंट्स है. प्लीज डाउनलोड दिस कैलेंडर. Media spotlight, this new section has been added. I am taking your 5 to 10 minutes more. Please bear with me. This is a last slide, and then I'll come down to your question and answers, if any. So, media spotlight, another section we have added. Recently, there is an article from Mr. Nirmay Choksi. Nirmay Choksi, as you are aware, is a director and head of investment at NG Asset Management Private Limited. He has discussed his view on relevance of factor investing and the growing importance in the current market, and how NJ Mutual Fund applies this strategy to optimize long-term returns. This article has been published in recent Value Research magazine. Please go through it. We'll try and send a digital copy to all of you. Even you can download from Value Research website, and you can, even if you are not able to download it from Value Research website, just scan this QR code, and you can download that article. Please read it. This is really a meaningful. It will give you a hint about the future of fund management. So these are the mandatory to disclose the riskometer for balance advantage, arbitrage, and NJELSS, overnight fund, and flexi cap fund. So thank you very much. This is it from my end. If any questions are there, I'll answer those questions. So
first of all, very thankful sir, because बहुत ही की एस्पेक्ट के साथ आपने बहुत ही डिटेल में ऑल अबाउट द एनजेएमसी के बारे में बताया, चाहे वो हमारा एनजे बैफ हो जो कि 3 साल कंप्लीटेड हो चुके हैं, राइट। हमारे लिए हमारा एनजे फ्लेक्सी कैप हो, हमारा एनजे टैक्स सेवर फंड हो, हमने तीनों पे बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से डिटेल में बात करी, राइट। हमारे स्टॉक के क्या, हम कैसे बेंचमार्क को बीट कर रहे हैं, रोलिंग रिटर्न क्या है हमारा क्वालिटी कैसे काम करता है। सो इतनी डिटेल में बात करने के लिए एज अ मैं और इंटायर एनजे वेल्थ की तरफ से सर थैंक यू, आपने डिटेल में हमें बताया Q3 के अपडेट्स में। तो सर कुछ क्वेश्चंस है, अगर हम उसको देखें एक बारी
प्लीज।
तो एक क्वेश्चन है सर ऐसा अबाउट द फ्लेक्सी कैप कि रिसेंट मार्केट में जो करेक्शन हुए, तो सारे फंड हाउसेस सारे स्कीम्स में करेक्शन आए हैं, बट एनजे फ्लेक्सी कैप में थोड़ा ज्यादा है, तो उसको हम कैसे देखें?
बिल्कुल, बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। और मुझे भी रिसेंटली व्हेन आई ट्रैवल टू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ कंट्री, हमारे पार्टनर ने फ्लेक्सी कैप, एसआईपी और लमसम बहुत अच्छा बेचा है। और स्वाभाविक है जब ये क्वेश्चन निवेशक की तरफ आता है, निवेशक की तरफ से आता है, तो उसका बड़ा सिंपल आंसर है कि नंबर 1 कि जो भी हमारा पोर्टफोलियो है, जैसे मैंने अभी मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन में बताया कि हमारे पोर्टफोलियो में बेस्ट 50 बिजनेसेस, बेस्ट क्वालिटी 50 बिजनेस दिए हुए हैं। अगर आप देखोगे, देखिए एनएवी में फ्लक्चुएशंस जो आता है, इट इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ मार्केट इन शॉर्ट टर्म, बट इन लॉन्ग रन द ओवरऑल पोर्टफोलियो क्वालिटी विल ड्राइव द रिटर्न्स। तो अच्छी क्वालिटी ओवरऑल वेल्थ क्रिएशन लॉन्ग टर्म में अच्छा करता है। तो यहाँ पे कोई भी ऐसा स्टॉक या सेक्टर ऐसा नहीं है जिसके कारण हमारा एनएवी नीचे आया हुआ है। अगर 16 का 13 हुआ है एनएवी, तो क्वालिटी, अच्छे क्वालिटी बिजनेसेस जो है वो आज सस्ते दाम में मिल रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट निवेशक को और पैसे लगाने चाहिए, क्योंकि ये बहुत बेहतरीन बिजनेसेस हमने दिए हुए हैं। ये ऑल 50 बिजनेसेस जो हमारे पोर्टफोलियोज में है वो बेहतरीन है। कोई स्टॉक या सेक्टर हमारा फेल नहीं गया है, या कोई स्टॉक आधा हो गया हो और उस पर कोई घपला हो गया हो या बैंकरप्ट हो गया हो, तो ऐसा कोई सिचुएशन नहीं है। जितने भी बिजनेसेस है बहुत बेहतरीन, बहुत क्वालिटी बिजनेस है। आप फैक्टशीट खोलिए और निवेशक को ये बोलिए कि सर ये सारे बिजनेसेस हमारे पोर्टफोलियो में है, आप देखिए। तो मेरे हिसाब से अच्छे क्वालिटी बिजनेस अगर थोड़े 20% या 15% डिस्काउंट पे मिल रहे, तो मेरे हिसाब से ये राइट टाइम है खरीदने का, बेस्ट टाइम है और टॉप अप करने का। आई होप कि ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपको मिला होगा सर।
परफेक्ट सर। इसमें एक चीज मैं और ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि जो भी इक्विटी फंड होता है, हम जब भी कस्टमर से बात करते हैं तो लॉन्ग टर्म की बात करते हैं। अभी वो 6 महीने 3 महीने में हमसे रिटर्न पूछने लगे और हम उस पर हमें ही डाउट हो जाए कि क्या हमने फंड सही दिया है, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं हमारे ऊपर भी एक क्वेश्चन मार्क कर देता है। बिकॉज जब आप कस्टमर से बात करते हो, वहाँ पे आप कस्टमर से 5 साल 10 साल 15 साल की प्लानिंग करके आते हो, और फिर 3 महीने 2 महीने में अगर हम खुद ही रिटर्न को चेज करने लगे और कंपेयर करने लगे, तो थोड़ा अपने को भी देखना पड़ेगा कि जो हम इस फंड के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, इतनी डिटेल में हम बात कर रहे हैं, वो हमारे लिए कितना सुटेबल है, राइट। सो एक अदर क्वेश्चन है सर इसी को लेके, ये जो हमारा एनजे फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड है, अगर हम बेसिकली उसकी बात करें, तो इस फंड को कितने टाइम के लिए कंसिडरेशन में रखा जाए? क्या ये 3 साल के लिए फंड सुटेबल है या 5 साल और प्लस कस्टमर के लिए सुटेबल रहेगा?
नहीं, बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। दोनों एसआईपी और लमसम के लिए बेहतरीन है, और इक्विटी लॉन्ग टर्म है। तो लॉन्ग टर्म तो आप कितना भी रखो, मल्टीप्लायर इंपैक्ट आता ही है, मिलता ही है कंपाउंडिंग का। बट अगर रिस्क की दृष्टि से देखें, इफ यू लुक एट फ्रॉम रिस्क, तो मिनिमम 5 साल से ऊपर जो हमारे बैक टेस्टिंग ये सजेस्ट करते हैं कि अगर निवेशक 5 साल से ऊपर का अगर पैसा लगाएगा तो वेल्थ क्रिएशन के चांसेस बेहतरीन बनते जाते हैं। 5 साल के नीचे का पैसा जो है वो कैपिटल पे रिस्क, बिकॉज इक्विटी है तो जो है वॉलिटिलिटी हिट कर सकती है। बट 5 साल या उसके ऊपर का अगर निवेश है, बैक टेस्टिंग से तो यही पता चलता है कि ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म 5 साल के ऊपर में जो है ओवरऑल रिस्क कम होता है।
राइट सर। तो जो अपने पास क्वेश्चंस आए थे इसी के रिलेटेड से, तो आपने समराइज कर दिया सर। एंड वंस अगेन आई थैंक्स टू जगदीश सर एंड थैंक्स टू ऑल द पार्टनर फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस, राइट। जो इसके अलावा जो भी अपडेट है हम लोकल टीम आपको प्रोवाइड करते रहेंगे। और जो एनजेएमसी की तरफ से अभी जगदीश सर ने बताया कि हम जो इवेंट कर रहे हैं कंटिन्यूसली, चाहे वो डिजिटॉक के थ्रू हो या फिजिकल मीट में हो, तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारी कोशिश है कि आपके और आपके कस्टमर को भी हम अपनी बात पहुंचा पाए थ्रू एनजेएमसी, राइट। सो थैंक यू सर once again,
थैंक
and
यू वेरी मच सर।
conclude the session.
थैंक यू।